Hello, good people. Hello, good people. Make sure the lens and everything is cleaned off and wait for more people to get in. We will be back in studio tomorrow. Uh, so just waiting for some more people to join us. But touch some bases. This will be a special podcast for the Chicago Bears fans. Some things that they want to touch bases on. I know you guys see the title says Matt. Eberflus is a coward, and I was explaining why I say he's not saying as a man, but I'm saying as a coach, he is a coward. I'm going to touch on a couple of things that that want to bring to people's attention. That I knew the Bears were probably going to be in some major trouble. Some more people to join in and stuff. So at the 5 minute mark, I'm gonna definitely touch bases on why he's a coward. Before then, I'm not just going to waste you guys' time. I'm gonna get into some things about what I've seen from Matt Eberflus, how I kind of knew that it probably would be a over from last week. So if you just go back to last week's game, to the Washington game, some people might say, well, the Bears need to get over it last week. Sometimes it's not, the loss is how you lose. So if you look at it, 6 seconds left on the second last play, you don't have any cornerbacks on the sidelines to make sure you don't get out of bounds, and you give them a free play. And then after that play, it's 2 seconds. You still got everybody back. You don't rush three. You should be rushing five. And then you got three guys rushing with one guy on the spot. So I'm going to touch on the Washington game, and I'm going to tell you why it carried over to the Arizona game. So I'm going to talk about Washington, then I'm going to get Arizona this week. So you did a bunch of dumb stuff in the Arizona game, giving the offensive coordinator, giving the ball to offensive, which is a backup center with gloves on. So it was just all coaching bad ideas. Now, I'm not saying the players didn't make any mistakes. Now, I'm going to get to that too. Yes, the players made some mistakes. But your leader, a.k.a. your coaches, are supposed to put you in situations to win. It's like a kid. A teenager might think they know best, but guess what? Mom and dad really best. Sometimes the teenager can tell you, hey, this is what's going on out here now, mom and dad. Okay, you listen to them. But the final say so is us, the parents, okay? So that's how the coaches are supposed to be. You're supposed to put the players in situations to win the game. So giving the ball to offensive linemen, no problem. To the coaches, it is a problem. On the last two plays. So I just want to touch on the Arizona game. Now, let's get to the coaching. What made things really go south, believe it or not, if you're not in Chicago, you don't live in Chicago, everybody like, oh, Washington broke the Bears back. No, the Bears back. Because after that game was over, Eberflus said after the game, I made the right call only rushing three guys. So he doubled down. Well, I'm going to say stuff. He said, I made the right call. Players got to execute. As soon as I saw that last Sunday, I was like, seemed a little defensive, but I understand he just took a hot L on a Hail Mary. Still had syrup on it, but extra butter. So that L was still hot. So I was giving him a pass. Because we all are humans. So I'm thinking the next day, after 24 hours, now he's going to get on that coach talk. Because you can't lose the team. No, this asshole double downs and says, Eberflus, he has some time to think about it. And he doubled down and says, yeah, I made the right decision by only rushing three guys. The players got to execute. Now, if I'm a player, I'm going to take that as you leave the bus. So this is when I started realizing he's about to lose the team. So it wasn't about the L. The L was a horrible L to Washington, but after that, he made matters worse, okay? And I'm going to tell you what he should have did, and I'm going to tell you he's a coward. What he should have did, I'm going to get to that in a minute. So then you start coming on the radio last Tuesday, and I watch all the podcasts, all the different shows, and you Jalen Johnson saying on that second and last play against Washington with 6 seconds left, I was hoping the coach would let me come up, and that will, get him off. He said he wanted to play the sidelines to make sure the wide receiver did not get out of bounds. But Eberflus would not. He just told him to stay back. I'm like, okay, here we go with that. So the players telling you that they kind of nicely trying to say they didn't agree with the coach, but they don't throw money at the bus because they're supposed to be a family. And Eberflus was throwing up the word last week, accountability, all last week, accountability. So it's two things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about accountability and circle of trust. There's two things going on right there. So the players are trying to back them up, but then when Eberflus keeps saying, oh, the players should execute it. You sent 3 guys after him with a spy, and you got probably one of the mobile quarterbacks in the league besides Mahomes and Lamar. All right, but you still don't want to say you could have coached better. All right. Then they asked him about the offensive play call with the guy with the glove on his hand, but down again. You cannot insult these players. You cannot blame these players. You had 24 hours to cool off. All Eberflus had to say, this is why I say he's a cat. Because I seen Dan Campbell, guy in Detroit that everybody loved, his rookie year. I think I forgot what game it was. I don't want to lie to you guys because it's the Tell the Truth podcast, but I remember they were down by 1. And they could have kicked the extra point. And Dan Campbell said, shit, we ain't won a game all year. The hell with overtime. We going for 2. And they didn't get it. After that game, Dan Campbell said, I got to do better as a coach. That's all Matt Eberflus had to say. I got to do better on a coach. That's on me. In a better scenario. But he didn't do that. He doubled down, being stubborn and saying stuff like, well, the players got to do better. All right. That's a crazy stat. This is why I say he's a coward. When we get leads, Eberflus plays not to lose. That's a coward. You put your foot on a person's neck. There's no way in hell with 6 seconds left the Bears should have been able to give up that doggone game. When they had no timeouts. Watch, I can't remember. But I know we had 3. So we went home with 3 timeouts in our damn pockets. Okay. This is my problem I got. We're just going to talk not games we think we should have won. We're telling you what Vegas and odds said it should have won. The Bears had 97% chance to win that game against Washington. If you go back to last year's game against Detroit, the game in Detroit, we was up 26-14 with 4 minutes left. We was 96% in that one. In the Cleveland game last year, when your boy 40 points on everybody with Cleveland, we went to Cleveland, was beating their ass 17-0 in Cleveland. The same coach that came on the road. Keep in mind, both those games I'm telling you about were on the road. But yeah, Cleveland, 96%. 20-17. The Denver game, we beat their ass 28-7, going to the fourth quarter, 97% chance to win that game. Guess what? We lost. This is the craziest stat I heard. I know they throwing out this new stat about that he's 0-18 on Sunday road games. That's hard right there. So that shows you can't get the team locked in and focused because it's harder to win on the road than it is at home. But let's check this out. Those 4 games I just told you about, when they're 4 games, when the Bears had 96% chance to win. The Washington game, the Detroit game last year on the road, the Cleveland game was up 17-0, the Denver game was up 28-7. Those 4 games, if you would have parlayed those 4 games during that live time when we was up 96% chance to win on all 4 games, $1 would have won you $1 million. How in the fuck can a coach fuck up 4 fucking games? 4 fucking games. You over 95%. Let that sink in. That's because you're just not getting here. $1 would have won you $1 million on those 4 games. The Bears had a 96% chance to beat Washington. They had a 97% chance to beat Denver when we was up 28-7. Had a 95% chance. Detroit, we busting their ass 26-14. And then you also had a fucking 96% chance to beat Cleveland. We was up 17 to shit. Now, if you'd have put up $1 damn dollar at that time on a 14 parlay on that, it would have won you a fucking $1 million. And you wonder why I say he's a coward. Because when you get a big lead, the fucker plays and your coach is like he's fucking scared. Now, I'm going to tell you something. One thing about fucking football, and I didn't make it to the NFL, but I made it to the college level, all that bullshit. But fuck my resume. What I do know about football is this. But definitely football is a man-man sport. Can't be around, and if guys think that you're a fucking coward and they think you know what the fuck you're doing, you're going to fucking lose the locker room. And guess what? Your ass is lost to the goddamn locker room. So tomorrow we go to the studio. We back in the studio this week, the Tell It To You podcast. But some of this I had to get off my chest. Now I do want to say this. I haven't Bowtie Bill, my co-host. This is how I feel. So I don't know how Bowtie Bill feels. If I put my name on it, say this is Chi-Town News Rant. The problem I got is it's not the fact that we lost. It's not the fact that Caleb looking bad. Because if you've been following my show, I already said I'm not going to judge Caleb to week 9. The first 8 games of the season, I don't give a fuck what Caleb do. Fuck what the media is saying. Fuck everybody saying. He's a fucking rookie quarterback. Is Jalen Daniels balling? Yeah, he's balling. Guess what? Jalen Daniels, C.J. Stroud, the only 2 quarterbacks ever that came out just busting ass. Okay? I mean, just think about it. So we're to all of Caleb look bad because the people comparing him to Jalen. Even Caleb has not a touchdown in the last 2 games. The fucker still got 9 touchdown passes and 5 interceptions. How about we don't have DJ Moore walking off the field during the middle of a fucking play? He is off the fucking locker room. And how did he lose the locker room? Because number one, he's a coward. You playing fucking not to lose. When you got a chance to win, you put your foot on the motherfucker's neck. This is football. Okay? Then on top of that, last week we lose on a Hail Mary, your dumb ass want to double down and blame the goddamn player for all you had to say. I've seen so many coaches say it. All you have to fucking say is, I got to do better at coaching. That's all you have to do. Be a man and say, man, I got to do better at coaching. And it's cool. But he lost the locker room. And now you got players questioning him. Jalen Johnson questioned last week. DJ Moore questioned last week. The safety, can't think of his name that we just got, he questioned the start for this. And then the person I was really shocked that questioned him, who never questioned, never said nothing negative. You even had Cole Kmet question your ass last week. Yeah, I wish we would have, give the ball to the offensive lineman. I wouldn't give it to the offensive lineman game. And then you got players on defense. I wish we would have called a timeout. Okay, if you look at that last play, Eberflus was crazy. I'm talking about the Washington game. And who was the cool guy? A fucking rookie, Caleb Williams, is pulling the coach back, trying to calm him down. If you got all this yelling and the chaos, call a fucking timeout. 3 of them. You got 3 of them. So this is why I say you are a coward, because you play fucking not to lose. No one in hell. $1 bet. $1 million. That's 4 games. There was over 94% chance to win. Last year we were 1 of 3 games. Guess what? The Bears would have been 10-7 in the goddamn playoff. The reason why I'm so frustrated is people see the record. Oh man, the Bears say ain't more Bears. The Bears got a whole lot of goddamn talent. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Now our offensive line is the weakest part of the team, and yes, you gotta have an offensive line, and we'll do that tomorrow on the podcast. We will be dropping 4 shows this week, but I had to do a live stream from my house so I can get some of this shit off my chest. But we will be going shows this week. We're back in studio. I will have my partner, Bowtie Bill, who was out of studio last week. But forget promoting the podcast. I just want to get back to this whole scenario, what's going on. Now, here's the bigger problem. The Bears are not known ever fired a coach in the middle of the season. I'm going to tell you this. We're going to have to fire this guy because he's lost the locker room. After the game this week against the Cardinals, don't want to lie to you guys, it was either Jalen Johnson or DJ Moore. It was Jalen Johnson. They asked them, maybe DJ Moore. They asked, tomorrow I have facts on exactly who said what. But it was either Jalen Johnson or DJ Moore. They asked him, has Eberflus lost the locker room? And let's just say his response, it wasn't a ringing endorsement. He didn't say hell no. He was like, I guess not. Like it was horrible. It was horrible. And my thing is that I don't want to see Caleb get bad habits. Because now you got them throwing the ball deep with the whole left side of the line this week. A lot of people don't even know. The left side of the line this week was all third stringers. Why are you got guys going 15-yard digs, 17-yard post? That means Caleb got to hold the ball longer. It should have been a lot of screen. I see one screen to commit. Well, this the weekend we should have been doing the bullshit screens to the flat to the wide receivers, them bullshit plays. What am I saying? We should have been calling plays to get the ball out of the kid's hands faster because the whole left side of the left was third stringers, not second stringers, third stringers. And then your right tackle, who's been pretty decent, we got last year for Tennessee, he's a rookie, right? His ass get hurt. So my whole thing is, okay, I see it says speak the truth. Thank you. That this, I can't even evaluate Caleb because these numbnuts are putting the kid in a fucked up situation. So I can't even evaluate the motherfucker. I can't even say if Caleb good, he gonna be good. Because these motherfuckers got him dropping back up drops with a fucking whole left side of your damn left line. It's fucking third stringers. I mean, who does that shit? You know how they say that's coaching malpractice. And it's like, okay, here we go do bullshit again. Like, I can't even scout the goddamn kid to see what he need to work on. Now, fans and people's not Bears fans. Caleb sucked. The coaches ain't doing nothing. Dumbass fans that ain't Bears fans. Look at him. No, the dude whole left side of his left side of the line against Arizona was third stringers. Why are you doing 5-step drops? Why are you calling 7-step drops? This the weekend for all the screens y'all like to call. Why is Commit did not have one fucking target? Commit, who over the last 3 years, this ain't no Bears talk here. Over the last 3 years, Commit has been the fourth best fucking tight end in the NFL. People don't even know that. The man's been averaging 600 to 700 yards and 6 to 7 touchdowns a year. If this motherfucker gets one target, no targets and one target in the Washington game, that's bad coaching. What is everybody know? What's a rookie's favorite target? Favorite things he need: a defense, running game, and a fucking tight end. You can't get the ball over, dump pass over the middle to Commit. Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I know the Bears ain't a coach. This the year. Fuck tradition. They need to fire his fucking ass because he's lost the goddamn locker room. It ain't the fact he lost. We've been taking L's for the last shit for longer. When they went to the Arizona game, what I saw with them guys quit on his ass. They quit. The defense wasn't fighting to get on blocks. If you go back and look at that damn game again, well, our defense has now won 13 games without giving up 21 points. That defense, and I know we have some injury, but still, we usually fight. We get tackled, we slap each other side of the head. You didn't see none of that shit. Firing off the ball, slapping each other, going crazy. You didn't see none of that shit. That's when I knew in the first quarter, these motherfuckers have quit on his ass. They have quit on his ass. Flat out quit on his ass. Now, if you go back and look at that defense, and I know the difference. Y'all, if you watch the podcast consistently, I joke about calling myself Shy Guy, all that shit, because I get 75% of shit that I say I get right more than them analysts on ESPN, all that shit. And people that, I don't say followers, people that support. I don't like believing the word followers. People that support us know I get a lot of shit right. But when you go back and look at that game, what I want you to look at the intensity, the speed of the defense. Them motherfuckers were playing at a preseason speed. They played like some guys that did not want to get hurt. You know why they didn't want to get hurt? Because they don't trust the goddamn coach. And they don't. So he got a way. If they're not going to fire him, he's going to figure out a way to get them guys back on board. Now, the fan in me, I'm going to hope that he can do it. The guru in me, nah. There's one thing I know about football, and I watched a lot of god doggone football. I've never seen a coach lose a team and get them back. I don't want to say the season's over. I do want to get the coach out of here and get any god doggone body to make him play harder and get another offensive coordinator. But I know we can't do the middle of the season. The number one reason why I want it done so bad, because I don't want them to fucking damage Caleb Williams and that a kid gets a lot of bad habits, running around, throwing off his back foot, because this type of play calling with these injuries on the offensive line and this type of dysfunction going on with the coaches can cause the kid to start having bad habits that can carry over to next year. Now, some people might say, if he get a good coach next year, he lose those bad habits. Look, all I'm going to say is this. I haven't saw too many quarterbacks that have a rookie year get over it. I've seen Baker Mayfield get over it. This bad habit he created in Cleveland because he went to Los Angeles and got coached up. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not that often you see get bad habits as a quarterback, and then the shit it just disappears. So anyway, tomorrow we're dropping shows. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're back in studio. 7. We dropping 2 on Thursday. Y'all know we back dropping 4 shows a week. We're going to be talking about the Bears. We got a Pittsburgh show. We got a college show. We got an NFL show this week. Tell a friend how Billy say, man, hit the subscribe. He do not feel like my Eberflus is a coward. Not calling him a coward as a man. He's a coward as a coach. The reason why I think that there's 4 games in the last year and a half, we should have 95% chance to win or higher. Any coach scared. That's a coward move. If you get a big lead, especially game last year, 26-14, keep attacking. You beating Cleveland 17-0. You beating Denver 28-7. Then you blow the Hail Mary games with Washington. All of those games with 96% chance to win and higher. If you would have put $1 on all those live bets and parlayed them, that $1 would have won you $1 million. It was $1 million to 1 for the Bears to lose all 4 of those games. And we found a way to lose them on Eberflus watch. Y'all have a great day.